So, what I do is, sometimes I just go right up to her and I just kiss them. I just kiss them and grab them by the pussy.
Well, you can do that.
I can, because I'm rich. Beef Stew, episode 6. The grab her by the pussy episode? Nah.
Dumb Trump.
It's not, it's never locker room talk.
Never.
Nah, it's some fucked up locker room talk. But that's not locker room talk. Adjustments need to be made. Like all off, you're veering to the left.
Am I?
Center yourself, big fella.
Hey.
Don't touch me. We already established that a long time ago, a few episodes ago. Don't touch me.
I am.
But
Focus.
Hey, what's up, people? Y'all all right? This is the Beef Stew Show.
Stew.
As you can see, my energy's a little down.
Why is that?
I'm not excited.
Yeah. You've been angry man all day. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Shout out to LOM Clothing. Loyalty over money. This is where you can get those. LOMclothing.com.
Okay.
Hollow the Dinner Down. One of the best battle rappers there is in the world. I've been all right today, man.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, you seem a little.
You just on 20. That's all it was. And now you on like 4.
Okay.
Okay. See what I'm saying?
So I came in excited, pumped up about the show.
All right, man. Anyway, we have enough about that bullshit.
Exactly. Angry.
How was your week, man?
You know what? Had a pretty good week. It was my first week back to work. I took off a vacation. He's giving me the signal. He just asked me a question. So anyway.
Now, what are you talking about? You don't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, so
talk about it.
So it's good, man. Yeah. Vacation went well. So had a great week.
That's good.
How about
man.
your week?
That was cool. Nobody want to hear about that shit. Nothing funny happened. I had to bury my navigator. That's about it. But
damn, shout out to fucking Big Black.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember the day he drove up in the driveway. He was like, "Man, I got this navigator." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm gonna swing by." Came up, clean, with the Xeon lights. You know what I'm saying? Xenon. It was blue all in my driveway.
12s in the back.
Yeah,
back, That bitch was kicking.
Couldn't tell tone. Nothing.
I think it was all tinted at that time too.
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
Hey,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But it was buried.
Mm-hmm.
Memorial services this weekend for it. But anyway, that's that. We got some corrections from last week's show. Bacardi is a rum.
Who said that? This
I
guy.
didn't really pretty much deny it wasn't. I just said I didn't know.
Bacardi or vodka? Oh,
I said it. I was like, I just said.
Oh.
Bacardi Limon might be. I don't know if it is or not.
Good correction. Boom.
But well then you have to eat crow too, motherfucker.
I don't have to eat anything because
Yeah,
I
you
said
do.
Bacardi wasn't wrong.
No, you was trying.
then I
We were
said
trying to think
Limon.
of black superheroes,
You're correct.
and you skipped over one of the best ones. You kind of
Is he?
I was trying to think of somebody, and you just kind of just played it off like Luke Cage was the only one.
No, I said
But
the best done.
but
I named at
there
least
was
3.
a guy. The actor that played this guy was arrested. Well, was incarcerated allegedly. No one ever saw pictures of him in jail, but sometimes you got to see shit to believe it.
Okay.
But Mr. Wesley Snipes, aka Blade,
AKA Passion 57.
aka Blade, though Blade is a Marvel superhero character, and Blade was a monster.
He was. Half vampire.
Do
had
we
all his
go?
strengths, no
I mean,
weaknesses.
it's hard to
Let me say
compare
this.
the two.
Let me tell you.
Really, but Blade, the first two Blades movies were phenomenal.
Yeah, they were pretty good. They were good for. They were very entertaining.
And it almost make you say, are you caught up in the moment about Luke Cage, or and also Iron Man, the next Iron Man will be a black woman,
and
she will be a sister.
Tone forward me the information. Yeah. Her name is Riri.
Yeah.
Okay, they could have came up with a non.
So he was right on Bacardi,
name Riri,
and I was right on the Iron Man replacement.
Exactly,
the black woman.
The fact that Luke Cage in the same conversation as Blade, and he's made 3 movies, and he's a long-standing.
Well, this nigga got like a bunch of episodes that are all. He got 13 episodes that are an hour long. That's you're able to compete with that. You're able to compete with that.
And he's in the conversation.
And you are the new thing, which means some people can just be caught up in the moment. Which I don't say that because that shit's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Dope show.
It's a dope ass show. Matter of fact, when we leave here, I got this Kevlar vest in the closet. I'm gonna put on. I need you to shoot me a few times so I can get some bullet holes in my hoodie, baby.
Better take that steak knife over in the kitchen.
Nah, man, I need that authentic, boy. Matter of fact, man, we might need to market. I don't know if they have a market yet for black hoodies with bullet holes, but if not, we might come up quickly for Halloween real quick, low key.
Halloween.
It's
gonna be a bunch of cats and hoodies
with bald heads.
With bald heads, think they Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
For Halloween,
right.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man. Let's get to it.
Let's jump right into it,
Let's
man.
jump right into some topics today, man. Today's little hot news. Who we starting with first, man? Fuck it. You know what? Let's get the ball rolling, man. Let's start with Beanie Sigel on The Breakfast Club.
Beans.
Beanie.
Beans went hard. He was straight Mac.
Well, you know him and
Maine.
Charlamagne. Charlamagne had some issues prior to it. Because, like, you know, well, here's the thing. A few years ago, Charlamagne stuck his neck out there to do an interview for Beanie Sigel. Yeah, he did. But this was back when Jay-Z was on the blackballing nigga movement. And kind of really nobody was doing interviews with Beanie Sigel, but Charlamagne was like, you know, hey, he was in Philly. He was a Philly, I want to say he was a Philly DJ at the time.
Beans?
You know,
or Charlamagne?
Charlamagne. So
he
had,
so Charlamagne from Philadelphia too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So he had, no, he's not. He's from South Carolina.
Got it.
But he was, you know.
In Philly doing DJs. I got you.
So, you know, he did his thing. He was, he got Beanie on the show after everybody else pretty much wasn't interviewing. He put him on like, hey, I'm in Philly.
Right.
I'm going to interview, one of the best to ever come out of Philly, right?
Right.
So he showed him some love, interviewed him. During that time, Beanie also dropped the Jay-Z diss. And I think that was the reason why nobody was really trying to pick it up, because Jay-Z was like kind of like blackballing that whole
So
movement.
This is after Rockefeller and Dame split.
Yeah. Beanie had issues. Because, like, you know, the Blueprint 3 was basically a subliminal fucking diss album. He subliminally dissed a lot of Rockefeller niggas. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, you know, Beans wasn't taking that lightly. He listened to the whole shit. He like, oh, this nigga gonna throw shots. Let me throw back at him.
Right.
But anyway, fast forward, Charlamagne ended up getting fired after that.
After he did the interview?
Yeah, it was like that's what I said. It made it seem as if like Jay-Z really blackballed old boy. Like
so
Jay-Z got that
DJ.
He was
right. So he was a DJ though, but he was still affiliated with some radio station.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know,
he was a radio personality.
Yeah, radio personality.
I'm thinking you was
not just mixing DJ. Okay, let me take that back. He was a radio personality.
Got it.
Because there's a difference. You're right.
Yeah, right. I got you.
But yeah, he was a radio personality. And yeah, man. So, you know, he did an interview, and that interview probably was what cost him. And he always says it too. He says that interview was probably the reason why, you know, he got dropped from the station. Because, I mean, the nigga was banging out numbers. He was doing his thing. But fast forward. Charlamagne made comments about Beanie here and there, and Beanie went. Or no, I take that back. Beanie made a comment on somewhere about Charlamagne, and Charlamagne felt a certain way, like nigga, I stuck my neck out for you when nobody was doing interviews for you, and that's how you did blah blah blah.
Now, did he say these comments in social media, like on these podcasts here recently, or was this before?
This is way before. Yeah, this is way before this. Yeah,
Okay,
Beanie was on somebody else's podcast. He was on somebody else's podcast, or interviewing a radio station or something. He just said something about that name was brought up, and he kind of just shot at him like whatever.
Okay.
So Charlamagne felt like a certain way about it, but. It's still time. He he ain't really had no ill will towards him. He just was like, man, well, if a nigga feel like fuck me, fuck him. You know what I mean? But they, on the Breakfast Club interview, it was hilarious because it's coming off of Beanie getting sucker punched.
Saw that shit on YouTube.
Yeah, by Meek Mill and them homies.
Which I didn't know until the Breakfast Club interview.
Yeah, so they had the issues or whatever. But the funny thing is, it was just the fact that Beanie was on Breakfast Club clowning like a motherfucker. So it raised the question of, I guess, the street and non-street type of deal. How did you feel about Charlamagne in that interview? Like, as far as
First off, Charlamagne, like his whole like eyebrows and eyes are weird. Like he wears like eyeliner or something, or he has like.
So what they got to do with anything?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I look at his face. It's like he gets.
Why are you looking at his face like that?
I mean, his face is there to look at on YouTube, and
you like to look.
It was Beanie and Charlamagne right next to each other too, right?
What do you think about my eyebrows?
And so the thing is, Beanie was like, no, Charlamagne was like, it's a difference between street and real, and I agree with him. It is. I mean, both a street cat and a brother could be real. They both can be real. They're being real to themselves.
But if you don't live the street life, can you talk on it? Should you be making comments?
I mean, I'm not a rapper. I mean, but I'll speak on music that I like. I can speak on things that I listen to. I can speak things that I am accustomed to.
Today's show is brought to you by Dark Liquor. E&J VSOP.
E&J. And you know what? Speaking of this, because this is I live this.
And a little Corona.
I live this on the regular, right? Real quick. So I came up in Brightmoor. Shout out to Brightmoor. Okay? All right? Westbrook and Puritan. Westbrook and Pilgrim. In between. So anyway, it wasn't Happy Town over there. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's a lot of street niggas that came out of that neighborhood. You know what I mean? I'm not street. I'm real, though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Most cats, if you walk down, you're not going to test me. You know what I mean? But I'm not a street cat, but I'm a real individual. So that's what I'm speaking to. So, yes, I agree with Charlamagne that, you can be a real street cat and you can be a real individual if you true to yourself and true to your team.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
I like before we move on, I like the way Beanie was barking on him in that.
Yes.
That shit was entertaining to me. But you know what, man? As a radio personality, I like Charlamagne because of the fact that Charlamagne actually is needed. He's much necessary for that platform. He brings that objective side to that show. Mm-hmm. So,
and you can be objective without taking digs, and then sometimes the way he delivers,
he's not really taking digs.
It's his delivery.
He's speaking the truth, though. It's really his delivery isn't bad. It's just that he says it's uncut real. I mean, why do we need to soft shoe around some shit? Mm-hmm. Speaking of soft shoe, and we'll get to that in a second. Mm-hmm. But why you need a soft shoe around some shit? If you go come out with a question, mm-hmm. It's certain questions you ask that people have to answer.
Right.
And if you give one of those nicely politically correct, or sometimes it don't even be politically correct. Some people just ask in a certain nice manner, nice tone. People shut you down. They're
right.
Like, okay. But when you come to somebody hardcore, it's like, see, like here's another reason why I like they show in general. Mm-hmm. They didn't have to be fake to get where they got. You know what I mean?
Shit, they damn near got fired a couple times. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, I mean, not really.
No,
they are the top.
They are now.
Show for a reason.
They are.
But
They went through.
They really did.
They did.
I mean, they did their thing. They grew.
I'm not saying nothing. I heard.
They're syndicated around. I mean, they say that shit, but I mean, look where they at.
No,
I'm just saying. But I'm just saying.
Anyway,
they're syndicated around the United States.
They are.
I mean, sometimes you have to.
Who else messing with them? Mason and Coco. Mason and Coco, local love, Detroit celebrity.
Why would you even name them?
Because they're in the morning show, kid. And I mean, I understand they're playing like throwback music and things like I'm saying.
Coco?
Other morning shows on that are on FM stations in Detroit. What's your Breakfast Club and
You got 107.5.
oh, okay. I mean, shout out to Delicious. I mean,
you shout out everybody. That was got to put the shout out marker on.
Who did the first shout out today?
I did.
Okay,
but I don't always do it.
So,
but anyway, no. But no. What I'm saying is like they're not really rivaled right now. By FM stations.
Right. That's my point.
They're not really. I mean, but I'm saying though, but they're not even local, and they're not rivaled. If I had a local show, there'd be no way in hell. If I had a local FM show, because I think that there's an AM show that's fucking with them, but if I had a local FM show, there'd be no way in hell that I would let an outside show outside of my state show me up. Because basically everybody's adapting to a New York culture because that's where they are. So I think that's, and of course they got pulled, but that's what I was really gonna say. One of the things I was gonna say was when you can get, one of the best things to do is not to kiss ass, because if you don't kiss ass, people have to come see you no matter what. So if you put yourself into a point where people have to come see you, now you don't have to kiss ass. That's why I like Charlamagne the way he talked.
So my thing is, once you put yourself in a situation, then you're in a situation where you can call your own shots. Not
radio personality star. Now he was a little bit too far because he used to go out of completely over the top. But one of the things he used to do when he was a New York radio host, he had a top show, and one of the things he did was he didn't give a fuck about the artist. So like when the artist, like he would tell them like, you know, hey, I didn't call you, you called me. Like, you know, it's like I didn't ask for the interview. But sometimes you have to be that way because you're not their friends.